Hello beautiful people. Today's topic is about Chipko movement. Let's begin the journey.
You must be thinking, what is the meaning of the word Chipko? Chipko means to hug. Yes, a movement about hugging. Isn't it interesting? Let's find out, people. Chipko movement or Chipko Andolan is a non-violent social and ecological movement. In 1970s, this movement was started by villagers, particularly by women, for protecting trees and forests from government-backed logging. The movement began in the Himalayan region of Uttarakhand. That time it was Uttar Pradesh in 1973. And quickly it spread throughout in the Himalayas. The villagers used to embrace or hug the trees to obstruct the loggers. But many people does not know that the original Chipko movement was started 260 years back in the early 18th century in Rajasthan by Bishnoi community. 84 villages collectively carry forward the movement. A lady, Amrita Devi, led the 84 villages and protected the trees by embracing them from being felled down by the king of Jodhpur. As a result of the movement, the king gave a strong royal decree preventing the cutting of trees in all the Bishnoi villages. Later, in 1973, the Chipko movement again started. But what are the reasons behind the movement? Let's find out the background. In 1963, there were some conflict between India-China border. As a consequence of the China-India border conflict, Uttar Pradesh experienced a growth in development, especially in the rural Himalayan regions. The interior roads were built for the conflict. Many foreign-based logging companies came to work here. The villagers depended on the forest for their survival, directly for food, fuel, and indirectly for water purification and soil stabilization. Government policies prohibited the villagers from managing the lands. Commercial logging results in lower agricultural yields, erosion, depletion of water resources. In 1964, Chandi Prasad Bhatt, an environmentalist and Gandhian social activist, established a cooperative organization, the Soli Gram Swarajya Sangha, later named as the Soli Gram Swaraj Mandal (DGSM). DGSM was founded to make small industries for villagers using local resources. 1970 changed the scenario. Severe monsoon flood hit the area and killed 200 people. Industrial logging was linked to the flood. Then DGSM became a force of opposition against large-scale industry. The first Chipko protest happened near the Mandal village in April 1973. The Mandal village is in the upper Alaknanda valley. The villagers had been denied access to a small number of trees with which they would build agricultural tools. Whereas the government allotted a much larger plot to a sporting goods manufacturer. When the villagers' appeal were denied, Chandi Prasad Bhatt led villagers to the forest and embraced the trees to prevent logging. After many days of protest, government cancelled the company's logging permit. Government granted the original allotment requested by DGSM. After the success of Mandal village, DGSM workers and Sundarlal Bahuguna, a local environmentalist, started to share Chipko's strategies with other villagers. In 1974, a major protest occurred near the village Reni, where more than 200 trees were scheduled to be felled. The government summoned the men to the nearby city so that the logging can be proceeded. But the women of the villages refused to move out of the forest. Gaura Devi was leading these women. Eventually, women forced the loggers to withdraw. The rainy protest compelled the state government to establish a committee to investigate deforestation in the Alaknanda Valley, and ultimately led to a 10 years ban on commercial logging in the area. After that, many protests happened in many areas. A major success came in 1980. The protesters was appealing for 15 years ban on commercial felling in the Uttarakhand Himalayas. The appeal was granted by the then Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The Chipko movement began as a peasant movement and women's movement. It is a perfect example of ecofeminism. The impact of the movement was huge, not only in India but throughout the world. It was a milestone for environmental movements. It inspired many more later movements. I salute those people who took part in that movement. Some articles regarding Chipko movement will be linked in the description box below. If you want to read them, please check this out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts and share this video with your friends. My other videos links about environmental issues are in the description box. Please watch them also.
Hey, I'm Subarna Karmakar. If you like my channel's work, please subscribe to my channel. Take care and preserve plants.